Good morning again. This is Jeffrey Paul with an inspiration for your life to help you lead an abundant life. You know, there's a plan for you. Do you ever kind of question whether you're lost, whether you have goals, whether you don't have goals? It really doesn't matter. There's a day that comes from time to time, if not more times than not, that you feel like you're lost, that there's no future, there's no hope for the future, that nothing's going to work better or not going to work out. Or that you're just lost and you can't achieve your goal and you feel like you're at that wall that you can't break through. Did you ever wonder if there's really a plan written for your life? Well, there is. There's a plan that's been mapped out within your heart that absolutely causes you to dream dreams, have visions, have desires, have wants, have hopes. And that mapping that God has done on your heart is the desires of your heart. He talks about it in Psalms 37. And it says that he's going to help fulfill the desires of your heart. Wow. That could change the course of your day or your thought process if you're starting to feel like, I just don't think there's a plan for me. Or you think that everything just happens by chance, by luck. No such animal. God's written a plan. Now, there's a partnership that takes place here. The plan, just like if you had a vacation plan, but you never left from the airport. The tickets were bought. The hotel reservations were made. The tickets for Disney World were paid for. Everything was planned, luncheons and people to meet and Mickey Mouse. But you never left the airport. Or you get to the airport, you leave the airport and you get to the next destination, the hotel, but you never go to the amusement park for your vacation. That's following the plan. Now let me tell you a little bit of a story that can relate to this. I have a very good friend, Brian, who at Christmas time has done this for years. He writes this elaborate hide and seek type of what is it called? Adventure for all the gifts of his family. It's a hunt that he puts together. He puts little sentences and little instructions and little hints and little clues all through the entire house, all 3 floors, the basement, the first floor, and the second floor. And the family in the morning gets their first note. Each one gets an individual note, and they all travel through the house. It takes over an hour and a half to 2 hours to process this Christmas hunt for their gifts. But each time they get to a gift or get to a place, there's another clue, there's another, to get to the plan, the gift that was prepared for them. That's how God works with you and I. In Jeremiah 29, you've heard me say this before, it's been the kickoff of the new year, best year ever. Jeremiah 29, 11 through 14 says, God has a plan for you, not to harm you, but to prosper you, to give you a hope for your future, to give you long life and the dreams and desires of your heart. But those clues, those things that Brian sets around the house and following one to another and finding those places that are holding the next clue or the next lead or the next motivation or inspiration to get to the plans of your heart that God has written with his finger within you. You know they're there. They make you yearn, they make you hope, they make you cry when you don't achieve them, but they're there. And he's written them, and he partners with you and gets you there if you follow his plan, hear his voice like I talked about yesterday. Continue to allow him to lead one step at another. Don't allow the circumstances around you. Don't allow the failures of circumstances or situations or attempts that you've made. Don't allow them to rob, blind, or stop you. Are you following me? Don't allow that. As Brian's little game at Christmas in his household for his family represent the very same thing. And I want to tell you the real story. Yesterday I was having a head thing going on. I was struggling and wrestling. Was no problems outside. Everything was fine. Work was fine. People were fine. It was no big issue. But you ever have that head thing that you just think, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know that it's right. Maybe I got to rework the plan. You ever go through that? Yeah, I think we all do. And so came home and real tired, had some dinner, shared with Zena, and went to bed early just to get ready for, a early morning inspiration. And I sit down on my desk. Now, Zena didn't know because she had the grandkids yesterday, so she didn't really know what was going on with me, and I didn't have the time to share with her before I went to bed, really. And I get to my desk right here, and what's there but sitting is a beautiful newsletter or inspirational letter from Joyce Myers. And here's what it says across the bold top, because you can only see it in reverse right at the moment. It says, God's plan is better than you could ever ask or imagine. I threw back myself in the chair and said, Lord, there's one of Brian's little hints. That encouragement that he sends from every different direction. It could be my sister Judith sending me an inspiration from a text. It could be someone in my office giving me a thought. All the ways of listening to God's voice and letting him lead one step at a time, not allowing your head to get into the game, not allowing your emotions to get into the game, allowing God's voice within you to direct you to accomplish, to achieve, to fulfill the desires of your heart that he has placed there and planned every step and promised illumination on those steps. Illumination from day to day, from hour to hour, from time to time. So here's my encouragement to you, my inspiration to you, and my challenge. Know and believe he's got a plan for you. Know that he's written those desires on your heart that you are seeking, that you are wanting, that's gnawing and yearning to become birth. And he will lead your steps each and every way if you just listen to him. But don't just think it's going to be an audible voice, because it isn't that general population of ways that he uses. He uses little things sometimes, like Brian does in his representation of a Christmas hunt, gift hunt, that he leaves clues after clues after clues. But we sometimes become so void because we get in our head and we start doubting, we start fearing, we start antagonizing, or we get in the pity party. It never happens for me, it never works. Listen and keep looking past the circumstances, past the situation, to your dreams, to your desires, to your hopes, to your goals. And allow him, trust and allow him to illuminate each step, to give you the encouragement and hope, the strength and the ability to break through, to get to the plan. He's working with you, even if it seems impossible. Today's your day. Let's break through. Let's find the next clue. Let's take the next step towards our direction of our goals, our hopes, our desires that are written and planned by God on your heart. I hope you hear this, because it's truly a message for you today. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow morning.